for tuning in. My name is iFacePalm, and in this tank review episode we're going to take a deeper look at the Soviet T8 Premium Object 703-2. We're also going to take a look whether if it's worth buying, spending the gold on it, how the statistics looks. We're going to take a look at its armor profile. We're going to compare it against its closest tech tree brother, the IS-322. And we're going to finish with a couple of gameplay replays, which in my opinion showcases well what this tank strengths are, what its weaknesses are, and why this tank makes me laugh more than any other tank in World of Tanks. Quick disclaimer guys, I'm not an unicorn in any way. My frustrations tend to get the better out of me, but I have my moments from time to time. Okay guys, let's get started. We're going to compare it versus the IS-22. And you will quickly notice that those two tanks are quite different. And in my opinion, those two tanks actually, yes, we're comparing them right now, but that's for a bigger point. As you see, the dispersion rate 0.36, the tech tree one's like, wow, that's way better. You can like snapshot with it. Rate of fire 7.36, you have your 5% run. Yes, the alpha damage is different, 390 versus 300. The DPM is better on the IS-22. If you look at the top speed, the other one seems slower actually. But one thing is for certain, the IS-22, it's more like a medium tank than the Object 703 is like more like a heavy tank. In other words, the Object 703 you can compare it better in regarding of the play style. If you look at the tier 9 double barrel Soviet tank, if I can find it here, IS-322. Statistics, of course, that's comparing T8 versus Tier 9. But regarding of playstyle, those two tanks matches each other very, very well. They have the exact same gun, 390 alpha damage. The dispersion rate, yes, it's better, of course, than the Tier 9. There's a reason why the tank is a Tier 9, but still 0.04 difference. In general, the game style, the play style versus the Tier 9, yes, 300 HP difference. So if you really want to have like an idea of how is the premium version to play with, get the tier 9 non-premium IS-322, play around with it, and if you really like that play style, then the Object 703 version 2 is nearly like a carbon copy, just slightly worse of course, since the tier 9 should be better in every single way than the tier 8. But they are super similar. The IS-322, I really enjoyed the tank, and that's the tank that made me actually buy the premium, the Object 703. It's very enjoyable. I play it as more like a medium tank. I go into the medium tank places because it's a very fast gun. It only takes 1.5 seconds from you want to fire both the shells. Yes, the alpha damage for both shells will be 600 damage, or 300 times 2. But the tank is very mobile, and it really gives you a good idea of the double barrel mechanic. Okay, let's take a look at the 3D model of armor profile. Turret. So let's imagine we're going to look from this angle here, guys. We're going to have like 270 millimeters, 280. Direct bounces from this angle here. Check this, ricochet, what we got? This is crazy amounts. Yes, that's a weak spot there. Okay guys, how can you, what? I'm awesome at this. Okay, how can you hit that small thing? Yes, of course you can hit it, you can aim for it, and good luck. In the heat of battle, when the tank is moving back and forth like this, yeah, or maybe not. Maybe not exactly that way, but you know what I mean. So, can you use this tank to side script with? Check these amounts, guys. This is just sick. Guys, you cannot pen this. If we take another look at this, then we can actually, let's just visualize, or maybe let's just take a live view at it. Okay guys, so then we have the ammo profile, 200mm, 220. We have down here 70%. A chance to pen with which fire shells that are similar to this tanks, the 221 pen. Here it's completely impossible to pin anything. Yes, it has those 2 weak spots there. Good luck. And let's take a check. You guys saw this one? It was like, yeah, this is all green. Check if you angle it. It's not really like an IS3 type, but the angling opportunities for this tank, it's amazing. Let's imagine you're going to side scrape with the tank, guys. Check this, these numbers are just insane. How many layers of armor you need to go through here? In the rear, don't butt scrape this tank. If you get a tank that it will be side scraping towards you, let's imagine from this angle over here, you will have a chance if you fire a shell into this object here. Of course, if you overdo it, but if you get like a perfect side scraping, guys. Let's take a look at how it looks inside the garage. I use binoculars because the 350 meters view range, it's really bad, so you really want to reach above these 445. So 459, it's good. That means if the gaming style, if the map is different, or the gaming style changes, etc., I can certainly use this tank as a sniper. And you might be thinking, how can you use this as a heavy tank? How would you ever use it as a sniper? You cannot do that, and especially with 2. How are you going to hit with both the guns? We're going to have a few replays, guys, and you'll be able to see this is, remember, this is a Soviet tank. Precision that's calculated in a different way. So that's why view range, it's alpha omega in my opinion on any tank. I use bouncer stabilizer on this to reduce the dispersion rate. So for the last equipment I use the currently the gun laying drive, but you can change this to various, will be very good still. You can use the ventilation on here. You can even use the rotation mechanism to get the additional 10% less dispersion rate. You can even put a turbocharger on it, which I might actually do in the near future. I find that actually this turbocharger is especially good on slow vehicles. T95 for example, I mounted one on. If you look at the percentage, right, how much actually it gets when you have like top speed of 20 and suddenly you go 24, it actually changes quite a lot. So turbocharger on this tank, if you really like to use the tank in not as a heavy brawler, but like more like a medium heavy tank, then definitely it's an option. It all depends on your playstyle, and this is the cool thing about the new equipment, that you can really personalize the tank in the way that you play and that you will enjoy the tank most. Okay, let's take a look at the battles. I tend to play with my heavy tanks as a medium tanks. And this one actually is, you can cable. Yes, of course, if you were driving a mouse or motion or VK100, definitely you have to go to the heavy line. This tank is fast enough, so you can reposition. You can put it. You can reposition the tank. You can use the various location on the map. It has the Russian. As you guys see, I was already like reaching 37 an hour. 37 an hour. Medium tanks, you know, I can easily catch up with the medium tanks. It's no problem whatsoever. Anyway, so this Russian heavy, okay, we know that it's not very accurate according to the numbers, right? It's not going to hit anything, and of course it's missing a lot. I'm not saying it has Leopard precision in any way, but if you guys have tried to play Russian ones, and the Russian tanks, they don't really care about it from many times. So let's take a look. Okay, so we started out here, getting to the bush, checking how it goes. Yes, the E75 down here, he's alone. We have the 2 other heavies over here. It wouldn't really make a big difference if I came over here. What I'm hoping at this location is that we can get a. What I'm hoping at this location here is that we can get a nice overmatch here. We can take them out, and then we can come quickly support. Because as long. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? Okay, so as long as these guys over here, the 3 guys over there, they believe that there's like 5 of us or 7 of us It's perfect. We have one tank holding the whole line there. We know there's a few tanks over there. We know the Canaveron is around in that place. We have there's another 703 waiting there. So it's perfect. We got one heavy tank holding it all together while our tanks are slaughtering them on the 9 and 0 flank. Okay. One of the minuses is like, if you guys see me sometimes like aiming and then just releasing the button, it's like because really want to get 2 shots in. And yes, that's whoa, and the shells went somewhere, not the links. Of course, it's a wheel tank, so whatever code that's been programmed for the wheel, you know, it's like I'm usually saying, you know, the wheel tanks. There's not many things, you know, that. Well, there are some things that can make me angry in this game, but this wheel vehicle and artillery. With the wheel vehicles, you know, why even have armor of a mouse, guys? What you do, the ultimate tank. You take wheels, you put it, wheels, you cover the whole tank with wheels. Imagine that, okay? You put it on top of the tank, underneath it, you just put the wheels. You take all the armor, just throw it away, and you will be invincible. Okay, got a Scorpion, just 1 shot. Why even use 2? Beautiful. On the other side, and yes, this tank was not precise. Yes, of course it's precise. It's Russian. 2 shots ready again. Yeah. Yes, we're gonna reposition. 7-1. So we got 1 guy there. Okay, now we get to get 2 shots into him. 1 went in apparently. That was enough. Of course, now we have a longer reload speed. As you guys see, there's 15.7 seconds for the first shell, and as soon as the first shell reloads, we're down to a reload speed of 11.7 seconds. So if you really just want to use 1 barrel, remember to have 1 always lying around in the magazine, because your tank will reload way faster. Placing 1 shot on that guy. I was just thinking for a second that I should have placed 2, and then I don't know. I was just lucky to get that shot in. Okay, we got Centurion on the left side. 1 shot in. Could have fired both, but there was so much of the rock there. I was thinking like, okay, let me just put 1 shell in. Plus, I got the SU-101 firing at me from the side. You can already see that the Blake which I'm playing with here, he's already rushing in from this side. So for me, it's just like I just need to YOLO now and see how much damage I can get before the game ends. Easy peasy. And we just continue. So we got a Borask hiding at the cap circle. I'm thinking, okay, this one I am going to get. Of course, there's a Scorpion a bit closer, but it's all about getting a few more shots in before the game ends. And my driving skills are awesome. This was a perfect example of how good I am. Okay. And this was... So this moment here, guys, I really don't want to talk about it. It's a proud moment of mine, but it showcases also why... I think I will let the situation speak for itself. Russia. Okay, now that we have that proud moment done, 49, we just one last tank over there, I assume. Can I get 2 shots in? Can I? Ah, bugger. Okay, first replay. So we got 3 kills, enemy team got slaughtered. The big mistake that they did was over at the D3 line here. We had just 1 heavy, the enemy team, we were holding down 5 tanks, guys. And this is why when you have a fast heavy tank, you know, one of the Chinese, for example, or the Russian line from the IS-3 Object 257, they have the option, they have the possibility that you can reposition them and use them another place. You don't have to always drive to the heavy line. Okay, let's take a look at the next replay. We have 5 heavy tanks. So I'm like initially thinking, okay, you know what? All the heavies usually go in the 1 line here. So I don't know, maybe I will go the 9 line here. Maybe I could go the 3 line, but I'm thinking, nah, maybe 9. But of course I got a two barrels, but I don't know. Well, let's see how it turns out here. So here I decide I'm going to 3. And check this out. As you see, all our heavies, every single one of them. No, I'm sorry, a mistake. The 45 TP, I'm thinking, okay, yes, 45 TP is going with me, okay. The other heavies, apparently got my initial idea of going up the hill. So we are top tier, that's good part, definitely. So I'm thinking, okay, so even I don't have the support of the other heavies. I only got the 45 TP. Maybe with me? I don't know what he's doing. Okay, so I have the Super Hellcat with me. So even I just have a Super Hellcat with me, I'm just thinking like, okay, maybe I can hold this back. We just saw the other replay where one heavy tank was able to hold everything. So yeah, I'm top tier. Let's do this. But I cannot really push because I don't have any support in the back. And of course I don't know if the enemy heavy are also here, or if they also went uphill. And as you guys notice, check the map. This is a heavy... all the tanks went to the... all the heavy tanks went to the medium corner. Okay, so I'm decide here, I'm going to push a bit and I want to see what's happening. Okay, there is tier 7 87. Okay, sounds like I just said the exact same thing. So here, so this replay here, as you guys see, the Super Hellcat went away. The 45 TP is enjoying himself at the J2, and suddenly I am all alone in this flank here. Yes, I know a lot of the majority of the heavies are 0 line, but we already know that there's an AT7 and T-34-100. Yes, those tanks are tier 7, but that's what I can see. I don't know if there's anything else also there. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a bit more defensive. Let's see if we can get 2 shots. Okay. Let's continue. So reloading. I'm like, should I shoot one already at this guy? Easy peasy. Bouncing the shot. It's an 87, you know, it doesn't have that great penetration here. But of course, there are at least 2 tanks versus me 1. Good. Moving a bit further. I'm using these hills over here to protect myself, because if they will suddenly on this side, on the C1 as a place of the map, there will suddenly is a tank destroyer or something that will be hiding here, then I have at least somewhere to hide or side script from. As you guys see, there is a TD, the Stura Emil. So the T-34-100 is just staring at me. Okay, let's see if I can get 2 shots in. 1 shell in. 396. Okay, so there you go. Suddenly SU-130 PM, exactly as I expected. It's hiding somewhere, C1 or B1. So if I just go YOLO here, I know I will be dead, guys. Bam! Again, 520 damage blocked. Okay, not bad. I'm like thinking, okay, probably... yes, I am bouncing a few shells, but I shouldn't try my luck anymore. So I'm just getting a bit downwards, a bit back here, because 1 versus 3, potentially 4, if the Stura Emil is also looking at me. The odds are not looking that good. So right now it's 5-8. Our team are slowly perishing, especially in the middle of the map. T-34-100 blocked with his some armor. I don't know how he does it, but apparently the shell just ricochet. We'll try again. Even that shell looked like it missed, but it, due to the blessing of Lenin, it went right into the turret. $711. We're behind at like 2200 HP at this moment. We just lost completely the right flank. We just have a SU-130 PM left, and the 87 has left the game. Bouncing another shell from T-34-100, and now we got pushed by the SU-130. So yes, I'm thinking here I could go in and YOLO around this corner over there, but again, there's the C-34-100. I also don't know where the Sturamil is. Did he move closer to the C1, C2 field around this spot here, or did he go in and support the T-29 or the A-44, or did he just position him there? I don't know. No. So for this current stage, I'm like, okay, let me just stay put here, as I've been here for most of the time during this map. I don't know what that guy was doing, but we got him. Thank you. So now we have the Sturamil has been spotted at the F2. So I'm thinking, okay, most likely going to go behind me. So I'm like, okay, I need to reposition here. But then I'm like, the SU-130, is that player just trying to trick me so that I will believe that he went there? And then as soon as he disappears from my map, that he will just turn around? I'm thinking like, I probably hit it. I don't think that both of them are there, so I'm changing. Because if both go there, we got the SU-100 M1. He will be able to spot them if both of them are there. But if I suddenly engage the Sturamil and then I'll be shot in my ass by the SU-130, that will not be a good position. But now there's nothing there. Okay, so most likely he didn't take that shot. Okay. We're going back again. 12-13. And someone is capping in addition. Okay, it's 1 minute 30 seconds, so we can actually just go in and attack, kill the guys off here, and then we can decap. That's what I'm thinking in this moment. But I need to have the SU-100 M1 with me. Okay, so yeah, betting on that I can bounce it. I could, of course. I have Russian armor. So we're going to got 2 shells in my barrel, and of course got 2 tanks over there. Okay, we took a hit 555, but I got another shell, guys. Come on. Here we go, 2 shells into this guy. Sturamil is giving me a nice big kiss here. I'm not really interested about the Sturamil. I really want to get that guy away. There we go. That was the dangerous guy. So the Sturamil is having fun. Yes, he damaged one of my guns, or maybe both. I don't think it's a game mechanic that Wargaming ever thought of. It's like when your turret gets, when your gun gets damaged, shouldn't it just be one of them? How come there's always both of them? But maybe it's just me overthinking it. There we go, guys. The object 703-2. A really enjoyable tank. It's nice, fast. Yeah, highly recommend it. So there we had it, guys. 2 reviews with the Object 703. So just to sum it up quickly, guys, I really enjoy this tank. It's fast. You can play it both as a heavy, you can play it as a medium tank. You have the fantastic gun mechanic. You can fire both shells, or you can use it like an auto reloader tank. I think it opens up for a lot of opportunities. You can side scrape with it like a boss. I think all in all it's a fantastic tank. You got good alpha damage, the penetration is good, you got APCR shells or standard shells. It's just an overall good and fun tank to play with. For the Tech Tree one, the tier 9, I can highly recommend, guys. If you like the tier 9, then you will love the 703 too. Those two tanks are like copies of each other. So okay guys, and in the end let's finish up with thanks a lot for watching, guys. This was my very first tank review. I hope you enjoyed the review. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and if you like to see more crazy content from my side, feel free to leave a like. It's a big thumbs up for me, and I would appreciate it a lot.